What's up, guys? My name is Jay. Welcome back to the channel. As you might hear behind me, there's NASCARs behind me. We are here at Daytona International Speedway for the NASCAR racing experience. I'm going to be driving a car. Nice. I'm going to be driving a car today for about 8 minutes. Sarah's going to film me from outside, and I'm going to get video of the inside. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, I've acquired my race suit, so I guess I'm going to hand this off to Sarah. She's going to film me driving. Here's pit road right here. Ready to go.
Alright guys, I've never really done a voiceover before, but I'm going to try my best, so bear with me. Starting off, they want you to be in 4th gear before you leave the pits, but you can see my 2nd gear decided it didn't want to go in gear, so I had to slam that back into gear. Made it work though. Something else you'll notice is that right off the bat, I decided to go straight to 5,000 RPM. And right there's the rev limiter. At this point, instructor or the spotter was telling me that I was supposed to be at about 4,200 RPM, which he had not previously told me. So I went ahead and went full blast right off the get-go. But it was fun while it lasted. For those of you that don't know, I did the 8-minute session, which means that I'm limited to 5,000 RPM max. But it turns out they don't let you do those 5,000 RPM the entire time. They actually make you get comfortable in the car before they let you slowly, gradually work your way up to 5,000. So I actually couldn't go 5,000 until about the end of the session. At this point, I'm feeling pretty surreal, just a super surreal feeling that I'm driving a NASCAR on Daytona International Speedway. That car on the left is probably the only car I'll pass in this entire video. For those of you that don't know, the embankment of Daytona is about 30 to 33 degrees, which is pretty crazy. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. Apparently there was a caution on the track, so you see me slowing down drastically. I have no idea what happened on the track that caused the caution. They didn't tell me, but you can see the yellow lights flickering, and they made me go down to about 2,000 to 2,200 RPM. Pretty slow. can also see me like peeking over to my right side, and that's because in this NASCAR the RPM gauge is in one of the worst positions ever. The RPM gauge is quite literally hiding behind your right hand. So basically imagine yourself holding a steering wheel. Exactly where your right hand would go to drive a race car is directly in front of the RPM gauge. This is honestly one of the worst things I've ever seen in my entire life. And with this experience, they really want you to follow a certain RPM limit. So they tell you, they're like, hey, in my case, hey, James, go ahead and get to 4,500 RPM or get to 4,800 RPM. And you can't see the RPM gauge unless you're turning the wheel or if you lean really far. Most of the time it's like a mixture of those two, so you have to turn and lean to check. So I basically just kind of didn't know what RPM I was at the entire time, other than I was in the general area. Spotter is allowing me to open up a little bit, so I'm getting a bit quicker, and things are a little bit smoother. I really wish that you could hear the audio between me and the spotter. I saw a video in the past where this audio was present, but I guess for my experience, it just didn't happen. But it would have been cool. Also, never in my life have I ever been this locked into a car before. When you get in this car, the combination of the seat and the harness and the Hans device, you feel like you just can't move a muscle. I've never felt like that in a car before. The actual seat itself circles around you so well, like I was actually losing blood circulation in my arms. So for those of you wondering, the cars on the right are the cars driven by professionals which have riders in them. Cars being driven by customers have to be driven on the left, which is why I'm not doing the typical NASCAR line where I go to the wall when I'm on the straight and then I go to the left of a turn. They want you strictly to stick to the left and stay about 5 feet away from the yellow line. I actually got to pass that car, but you'll see in a second that he smokes me. At this point, I see the car in front of me, and I really wanted to pass the guy in front of me. I was hoping I had enough time left to do it, but I don't think I did. spotter had told me it was my last lap, so he had me slow down. Can't remember the RPM, but it was pretty slow, as you can hear. After the turn is over, he told me that I was supposed to get off the track, so I have to make my way to the bottom of the yellow line, or the left of the yellow line, here in a few seconds. And then once I pass over this yellow line, I have to stay to the left all the way through the turn and then back into pit road. So they also have you perform a brake check before you make it to the pit road, because they want you to go in neutral and then brake to stop, obviously. So here I performed the brake check, told them brakes were good, and then I coasted a little bit longer, and then that sign right there, you put it in neutral. Apparently, I was coasting way too fast, as you can see on the left. The guy was telling me to slow down, and then my instructor, you see her getting out of the way like I'm gonna hit her. I didn't feel like I was going fast at all, but I don't know, I guess I scared him, but it was pretty awesome. To the NASCAR crew, I wasn't gonna hit you, don't worry.
Perfect. And then once you get out of the car, I'll have you stand right beside me again, okay?
All right.
I'm gonna grab your video.
Today's video is pretty quick. The experience overall, very quick. Getting to the car is very long. That was the where the time really comes out, because they actually tell you to have like 3 to 4 hours prepared for your experience, and then obviously I drove for literally just 8 minutes. But it was cool. My top speed ended up being 141 miles an hour. To be honest, I've done more than that on the highway. Don't tell my mom. I was limited to 5,000 RPM. Unfortunately, I only got to do like 5,000 for like one lap, but still cool either way. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget, if you subscribe, you get 1 free entry into my 180SX giveaway. If you don't know what that is, go check out another video. I'll link it above. See ya.